Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge Tales of Arise. Boah, in der letzten Folge haben wir ja die Wahrheit über den Crown Contest und alles drumherum, über den Sovereign und alles mögliche herausgefunden. Ich gehe nochmal in dieses Terminal, sagt der Topic. Okay, the Sovereign. The Sovereign acts as Lineage's central control device for the spirit sending ceremony. Each run is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A then subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, ideal candidates possess equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. As a result, most subjects die during the adjustment period and stability is still not guaranteed for those who survive it. This instability coupled with the Sovereign's power of astral manipulation pose a high risk, due to the security of languages if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanism when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit sharing ceremony. Addendum 1. No effective and alternate methods to perform the ceremony has been found. Trials on then subjects are authorized to continue. Addendum 2. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observation take place. Good, the Maiden. The Maiden acts as a sovereign support mechanism for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A random subject serves its functions, providing the sovereign with the supplement to Dark Astral it lacks in tandem with the random armor. During the ceremony, it is partly responsible for astral energy conversion, as well as maintaining stability over the sovereign's own powers. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign has been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both subjects. Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without the Maiden's presence are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit sending plan. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures must be considered. Addendum 2. In line with plan adjustments, the current structure will have its Maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household. Okay. Damit haben wir auch die letzten Puzzleteile kennengelernt. Open. Life Bottle 3 Stück. Passt eigentlich ziemlich gut. A room unchanged over 3 centuries. Its lag time itself has stopped. Yup. Warte mal. Skill Panel dürfte eigentlich noch nichts wieder sein. You see lots of numbers, looks like logs of alignment between subjects and lineages proper. Die Dinge hatten wir schon abgefragt. Das bringt also nichts. Hier ist Grape Gel. Its equipment for monitoring subjects is probably a failure disposal mechanism as well. Okay, dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir mal weiter. Oh. Hey, neue Vision. A new blast from the past. Oh.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Okay.
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode.
Deshalb die 300 Jahre.
The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... if I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Elfin.
Nicht ohne.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Elfin escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
Indem lebt? Wäre so eine
She
Idee.
kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Okay, mal sehen, was jetzt passiert. Also langsam setzt sich halt wirklich alles zusammen. Okay, Classified Area Forbidden Zone. Das sieht so aus, als käme da ein Bosskampf. Daher Items. Orange Gel einmal. So, dann gehen wir mal. Okay, doch kein Bosskampf. Da hinten geht's weiter. Hier ist nichts. Mhm. Ah, hier ist eine Truhe, sehr schön. Heavy Treat. Mhm. Die Frage ist immer noch ein bisschen, was haben die Pflanzen mit dem Ganzen zu tun? Und wieder dieses biologische Ding.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course.
Was wird jetzt passieren?
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Interessant. Was machen die beiden da? Oh.
Naori. What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done.
Vielleicht ist sie doch nicht gegen die Frauenrot.
With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could.
Ooh.
The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well.
Oh.
Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
This is heavy. Heavy.
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
Es war Naori itself. Also ich denke, dass es Naori selber war. Dass sie quasi die ist, die Danas Voice war. Oh, coole neue Outfits.
What?
Naori hat Arfin
These are
seine
the
Macht
clothes that
zurückgegeben,
Naori
glaube
and
ich.
I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Also jetzt sieht sie wirklich aus wie Naori.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
Oh.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it.
Oh, wie süß.
Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Grinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yay, auf nach Renner.
We can protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renin lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Geil.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
Ja, cool.
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop.
Geil. Wir müssen doch eine Apokalypse aufhalten.
Naori.
Schon cool.
So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Yay! Lightest Maiden. Increase maximum again. Whoop whoop. CP restoration voll. Reduced casting resilience. Oh. Ich glaube, ich sollte mal Richtung Revitalize gehen. So that I add asserts and given the chosen sovereign that was out. Aha. Okay, ich glaube, ich muss dann mal hier... Oh, das sieht geil aus. Das sieht sehr geil aus. Okay, er hat schon die Dinger. Oh, schade. Sie hat natürlich keine neue Waffe bekommen, na toll. Ja, 300, das bringt gerade noch nichts. The woman with no words.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
So, da muss ich dann dementsprechend weiter. Hier ist erstmal nichts weiteres, so wie es aussieht. Gut, dann Equipment hatte ich gerade, Arzt. Plasma-Schock ist. Schwitzset, ein Alpha. Reingos Interesse, First Aid. Das ist schon 5 Sterne, das ist sehr gut. Okay. Ich würde sagen, dann... Ich setze mal hier den Cut und gehe dann da gleich weiter. So. Das sieht mir irgendwie nach sehr dunkel aus. Mal sehen, wo wir jetzt landen. Landen wir jetzt auf Lenegis? Ich meine auf Renner. Okay, verbinden so ein Deft. Ich finde, das hier wirkt jetzt gerade nicht so gut. Und was passiert da? Das sieht auf jeden Fall nicht so gut aus.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
Glaube ich irgendwie nicht, aber
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
ich glaube nicht, dass die da drin sind. Und zwar ganz einfach aus dem Grund, weil Dohalim hat ja noch ein Ding, wo was bedeutet, wodurch er alle welches freigeschaltet wird, wenn alle Eulen gefunden wurden.
Time to see what secrets are in store.
Und wir haben noch nicht alle Eulen, daher gehe ich davon aus, dass auf Renner noch Eulen sind und dass wir da noch hingehen. Okay. Oder auch nicht?
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place, it reminds me more of being back inside the wedge.
Except the Danon astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Die Weise ist so geil, ich mag sie. Wir sind... Nope, ich kann hier immer noch kein Fast Travel machen, das heißt, ich... Erstmal komplett heilen. Und dann gehen wir mal weiter. Ich glaube noch nicht, dass das der Endfight ist.
Volron! He really was still alive.
Aber das
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait though, something doesn't seem right here.
er sieht nicht so aus, als ob er das freiwillig machen würde.
Powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself.
At the heart of
Still a
Renner.
mere cog in a machine.
Hey look, over there.
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the maiden?
Uh-oh.
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
Better stop it. Better fast.
That's what caused Lenegis' transformation. And the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
Ein anderer sterbender Planet vielleicht?
But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renaissance. Because right now, we need that most of all.
Dann Leute, gebt mal Gas.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alvin, look!
The Red Woman!
Uh-oh.
So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
Okay.
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
Ich glaube nicht.
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
Okay, 3 Stück in Level 48.
It's no use, Alvin. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Okay, doch, wir machen Schaden. Hatte gerade etwas Schiss, aber ja.
You picked the wrong fight. Take this.
Aber wir machen nicht sonderlich viel Schaden, leider. Ich denke, ich gebe mal Kisawa lieber schnell. Komm, nicht gut. Danke. Einmal ein wenig zumindest, dass sie... Ah. Okay, einmal den. Sehr schön. Okay, ich bin zumindest das erste Viertel habe ich schon mal weg. So. Okay, Sarah kriegt gerade wieder ein bisschen Schaden, dann einmal kurz. Ja, ich schluck auch noch mal wieder ein bisschen, um halt auf Weg auf Nummer sicher zu gehen. Nicht gut. Gut. Einmal hier schön. Okay, interessant. Ich bin wenigstens... Der hat tatsächlich keinen zweiten... Ah, das ist doch schön, dass sie jetzt da in Over damit ist. Okay.
I can carve through armor. No further.
Fuck it. Shion und ich wurden beide gedownt. Dann was ich...
We're not finished quite.
Sorry, dann mach ich dich mal jetzt.
We can still turn this around.
Healing circle. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Time to shine. You're mine. I'm not done.
Glacier spear. Get right to rescue me.
Okay.
This one's mine.
Burn it out. You're mine.
Dance in the wind.
Take this.
Searing flame. Reload. I'll be saving this one. By the power of water. More with that.
Einmal Orange Gel.
By the power of flame. Better come out of trade.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Hurricane here.
Gut, sehr schön.
I'll smash you.
More with that.
Take this. Take this.
Grape. Nochmal.
Not today. Not the stuff.
Nicht gut. Shion schnell mal heilen.
No more playing nice. Sight. You're mine. Eat dirt.
Hat die nicht gesagt, Shion schnell mal heilen?
A new lease on life.
Geht doch.
Not the stuff.
This one's mine. Thunder Lion Cowl. Hurry, go back into the fray. Big waterfall. A free lancer. Dance in the wind. In here.
Ich finde es ja interessant, dass sie noch kein einziges Mal ein Art gecastet hat. Sodass ich halt Windrill noch nicht, ich nenne es mal, einsetzen konnte.
Flame inside me. Yours to be let free. Burn it out. Not the stuff.
Healing circle.
Mirage.
Back into the fray. Hurricane spark. Let them mark. Car down. Make it rain.
Okay.
All yours, Kisara.
Light astral energy.
Okay, war's das jetzt? Weil das war mit sehr, sehr hoher Wahrscheinlichkeit noch nicht der Endkampf. Da bin ich mir ziemlich sicher gerade.
Surrender. Fighting is useless now.
Ich
Do you
glaube
think
nicht.
it's really over?
Nope. Definitiv nicht.
Astral energy.
Watch out. They've got something up their sleeve.
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Vielleicht solltet ihr ihn mal da runterholen. Wäre, glaube ich, so eine kluge
Who
Idee.
said you could touch that?
Okay.
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all.
Okay.
We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Oh nee.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
Oh nee. Nicht gut.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think?
Oh.
Did you
Scheiße.
really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alpha, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown code name for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a
slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Uh-oh.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
What the fuck passiert da gerade?
Don't do it!
Scheiße.
Arena's Alma!
Oh.
It's too late. We can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
Feuerwerk. Arschleckenfeuerwerk, nur nicht getroffen. Oh. Sieht nicht glücklich aus, der Junge. Oh nee, nicht schon wieder, ey. Ich möchte... Ey. Nehmt mir nicht schon wieder meinen Healer weg. Das wäre assi. Nehmt mir nicht meinen Healer, ihr Arschgeigen. Komm, Bunny. Spring. Flieg, Bunny, flieg. Das sieht schon ziemlich cool aus gerade.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Okay. Interessant.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Okay.
Are you two okay?
Yeah.
Der braucht mal psychologische Hilfe, der Junge.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Ich glaube nicht. Der Typ ist...
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back.
Wir klauen
The
es zurück.
future's
Okay.
ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you
Yay!
say Rena?
Juhu! Auf nach
Voron
Renner.
mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
Ja, da bin ich mir auch sehr relativ
So
sicher
this
irgendwie.
thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have
Wahrscheinlich.
the Renaissalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
Gut.
But seriously, I was not expecting Voron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
Ja, dann... Wir sind jetzt Stufe 45. Ich check nochmal kurz. Mist reicht nicht, damit ich das hier machen kann. Revitalize. Ist das ein... Also Ultimate Ingredient. Revitalize würde ich halt schon ganz gerne haben. Den anderen da auch. Aber die Dinger reichen noch nicht. Dann würde ich sagen, beende ich hier jetzt mal diese Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.